Magazine news and gossip. Can Yaman's bold reflections on change will leave you speechless. What does it mean to evolve in a world that clings to who you were? How do you break free from the chains of familiarity when they feel like a warm blanket one day and a suffocating cage the next? Have you ever felt the weight of your own transformation, knowing it might cost you relationships, comfort, or even your sense of self? Buckle up, because today at Magazine News and Gossip, we're diving into a whirlwind of raw emotion and fearless honesty sparked by Turkish heartthrob Yaman. His recent Instagram stories have set the internet ablaze, and we're here to unpack the electrifying reflections that have everyone buzzing. A mysterious text that hits deep. Yaman, the actor who's stolen hearts across the globe, recently shared a cryptic yet profoundly moving text on his Instagram stories. Its author? Unknown. Its impact? Undeniable. This isn't just a post. It's a wake-up call, a mirror held up to anyone who's ever felt the tug of change pulling them in a new direction. The words shared aren't just a fleeting thought. They're a rallying cry for anyone daring to become their truest self. This text, circulating widely online, has struck a chord with countless souls navigating the messy, exhilarating journey of transformation. So, what's the big deal? This text isn't your average social media fluff. It's a raw, unfiltered exploration of what it costs to grow, to shed old skin, and to step boldly into the unknown. It's about the courage to let go of what's familiar, even when it hurts, and the audacity to embrace who you're becoming. Can's decision to share this wasn't random. It's a window into his soul, a glimpse of a man wrestling with his own evolution in the public eye. And, trust us, it's got us all thinking about our own journeys. The price of becoming you. The text shared is like a lightning bolt, illuminating the hidden struggles of personal growth. It begins with a truth that hits like a punch. The person you're becoming will cost you. Oh, how true that is. It's not just about losing people who can't keep up with your new vibe, though that stings. It's about letting go of the comfort zones that once felt like home, but now feel like a prison. It's about mourning the versions of yourself you've outgrown, the ones that played it safe, stayed quiet, or bent over backward to fit in. Imagine this, you're standing at a crossroads. One path is paved with the familiar, friends who know the old you, routines that feel safe, a job that pays the bills. The other? It's uncharted, wild, and a little terrifying. That's the path of transformation, and Can's shared text captures its essence perfectly. It's about the loneliness of not quite knowing who you are anymore, but knowing you can't go back. It's about the thrill of discovering a version of yourself that's more authentic, more alive, even if it comes at a cost. And let's be real, that cost can be steep. Relationships fray when others can't see the new you. Comfort zones crumble when you out-occupation, actor. Outgrow old roles, old habits, or old expectations. It's a universal struggle, whether you're a global star like Can, or just someone trying to live their truth. Yaman's personal revolution. Can didn't just share this text and call it a day. He doubled down with a second post that's pure fire, a passionate, unapologetic declaration of his own transformation. He's not here for the nonsense, and he's making it crystal clear. Addressing the toxic corners of his fandom, those who cling to fictional pairings like Candem or Canum, or even believe in secret relationships with him through fake accounts, Can's message is a mic drop. Enough is enough. I'm not my characters. I'm an actor, he wrote, his words dripping with frustration and resolve. For years, he's been hounded by fans who can't let go of his past roles, who attack those around him, who refuse to see him as the man he is now. It's exhausting, and Can's had it. Do me a favor and disappear, he says to those living in a ridiculous fantasy. He's done waiting for them to calm down, done with the wild dog, attacks on his inner circle. His plea? Move on. Love someone else's story, someone who stays the same for decades. Because Yaman? He's not that guy. This isn't just a celebrity rant, it's a manifesto for change. Can's calling out the absurdity of being boxed into an outdated narrative. He's an actor, not a character frozen in time. His job is to evolve, to take on new roles, to grow. And he's owning that growth with a fierceness that's downright inspiring. "Hate me or love me, I'll still shine either way," he declares. That's the energy of someone who's done playing small to fit someone else's script. Why this matters to all of us. Can's posts aren't just about him. They're about us. Who hasn't felt trapped by others' expectations? Who hasn't struggled to break free from a job, a role, or a version of themselves that no longer fits? The text he shared speaks to the universal human experience of growth. It's not just actors who face this. It's content creators, singers, office workers, parents, anyone who's ever wanted to pivot, to try something new, to be more them. Think about it. How many times have you stayed in a job you hated because it was secure? How often have you bitten your tongue to keep the peace, only to feel like you're betraying yourself? Can's words resonate because they remind us that change is costly but worth it. The loneliness, the doubt, the fear of being misunderstood, they're all part of the deal. But on the other side, peace, clarity, freedom, a life that feels like yours. Content creators know the struggle all too well. Many started young, building audiences around a certain vibe or niche. But people grow up, tastes change, and suddenly, the content that once defined you feels like a straitjacket. Fans might love the old stuff, but you're not that person anymore. It's a tightrope walk. How do you honor your audience while staying true to yourself? Can's grappling with this in real time, and his vulnerability is a beacon for anyone facing the same. The courage to let go. The text Can shared is a love letter to courage. It acknowledges the grief of change, the silent mourning of losing parts of your life that once defined you. It's not easy to let go of people who don't get the new you, or habits that once kept you safe. But it's necessary. As the text says, you find yourself closer to yourself. That's the prize, a life that's more truthful, even if it's messy and imperfect. And here's the kicker. Not everyone will cheer for your evolution. Some will cling to the old you, not because you're wrong to change, but because they're scared to. Your growth is a mirror, and it can make others uncomfortable. But as Can's text reminds us, you shouldn't live under the gaze of those who haven't updated their perception of you. That's a truth bomb right there. You've done the hard work, faced your fears, dug deep, and come out stronger. You deserve to be seen for who you are now, not who you were when you were still figuring it out. Can's call to action. Can's second post is where things get real. He's not just reflecting, he's taking a stand. He's done with fans who can't let go of his past roles, who attack those around him, who live in a fantasy that's not his reality. Go love or hate another fictional couple, he says, and you can feel the exasperation. He's not asking for permission to change, he's demanding the space to do it. And in that demand, there's a lesson for all of us. You don't owe anyone your old self. This isn't about rejecting fans who love him, it's about setting boundaries. If you love him, great. Love the man he is now, not the character he played years ago. If you can't, that's on you. Can's not here to dim his light to make others comfortable. He's shining, and he's inviting us to do the same. My job is to change, he says, and isn't that true for all of us? Life is change. Growth is change. And fighting it? That's a recipe for stagnation. A reflection for all of us. Yaman's posts are more than celebrity gossip. They're a spark for self-reflection. At Magazine News and Gossip, we're obsessed with stories that make us think, and this one's a goldmine. The text he shared isn't just about him. It's about anyone who's ever felt the pull to be more, to do more, to live more authentically. It's about the cost of becoming yourself and the courage it takes to pay it. Have you ever felt stuck in a role you've outgrown? Maybe it's a job that pays the bills but drains your soul. Maybe it's a relationship where you're playing a version of yourself that's no longer you. Or maybe it's the expectations of an audience, whether it's fans online or family at home, that keep you tethered to an old narrative. Can's story reminds us that breaking free is hard but necessary. It's not just about losing, it's about gaining peace, space, and the freedom to be who you are. The universal struggle. This isn't just a celebrity story, it's a human one. Singers get tired of the same old hits. Content creators outgrow their viral personas. Workers feel trapped in jobs that no longer light them up. The struggle to evolve is universal, and it's not easy. The text Can shared reminds us that change comes with loss, but also with liberation. It's about choosing yourself, even when it's scary, even when it's lonely, even when it costs you. And let's talk about that cost for a second. It's not just about losing people or routines. It's about losing certainty, that cozy sense of knowing exactly who you are and where you fit. Change is disorienting. It's standing in the mirror and not fully recognizing the person staring back. But it's also where the magic happens. It's where you find clarity, where you carve out space to breathe, where you discover a version of yourself that's more you than ever before. Why Can's words hit so hard? Can Yaman's posts are a gut punch because they're real. He's not just a heartthrob posting pretty pictures. He's a man laying his soul bare. He's calling out the chaos of fandom, the weight of expectations, and the exhaustion of being seen as a character instead of a person. And in doing so, he's giving us permission to do the same, to reject the narratives that no longer serve us, to embrace the messy beauty of change, to shine no matter who's watching. At Magazine News and Gossip, we're all about the stories that spark conversation, and this one's got us hooked. Can's not just talking about his own journey, he's holding up a mirror to ours. Are you ready to let go of the old you? Are you ready to pay the price of becoming who you're meant to be? Because if Yaman can do it under the spotlight of millions, you can do it too. The takeaway: Yaman's Instagram stories aren't just another celebrity post. They're a battle cry for authenticity. The text he shared, paired with his fiery follow-up, is a reminder that change is costly but worth it. It's about the courage to let go, the strength to stand in your truth, and the audacity to shine, no matter who tries to dim your light. So, take a page from Can's book. Reflect on who you are, who you're becoming, and what you're willing to let go of to get there. Because in the end, the person you're becoming, they're worth every sacrifice. Stay tuned to Magazine News and Gossip for more stories that make you think, feel, and maybe even change a little yourself. What's your take on Can's bold words? Are you ready to embrace your own transformation? Let's keep the conversation going.